Yeah. Hey. Y'all seen the Defiant ones? That shit changed my life. Look, I got a little Jimmy, little Dre in me. I got a little whiskey, little haze in me. All my day ones plus bays with me. Put your drink up, touch glass and pray with me. I don't like the rules, so I don't play by 'em. Just bought a house, we ain't play buying. 2017, get your money up. Y'all shot out with them spray tans and tummy tucks. Numero uno, no. What's up? My name is Goldsmith, and you're now rocking with Flex Magazine.
Man. So we here with Goldsmith. Can you tell us a little bit about your roots and where you're from?
I grew up in Pittsburgh in a little town called Blawnox. That's like right over the Allegheny River from the city. So I'm like probably a 10-minute drive to downtown Pittsburgh. I was going to school in the city for a long time, and then I started going to public school out of my way. And I used to write poetry, and then I started kicking it with kids in the city more than out in the burbs and shit, and they were rapping. So I just naturally was guided towards making music.
Found your lane.
Yeah. I didn't find my lane until like 2 years ago, but yeah, I knew I wanted to make music for sure, that I wanted to put music behind the words that I was writing, for sure.
Okay. So what do you call this chapter in your life?
This chapter in my life is music, man. It's the first time that I've been able to focus on my music like 110% of the time. I'm in a good situation in terms of like my management, and my music is finally like, I feel like I'm making the music now that I dreamt about making like when I was trying to do this shit for the last 10 years, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like if I, like back then, like 5 years ago, if I would have seen me right now, I would have been like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's definitely come a long way. It didn't come to me naturally. I worked for it. So yeah, that's where we're at, is really just pushing. I feel like we have a product that's built to last now. So it's just a matter of taking the steps to push it correctly and learning. It's a constant trial and error, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So you call this chapter in your life music.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So how do you balance it off?
Balance what? Like
music, personal life, studio time, creating, everything.
Pretty much, it's music, and then the rest of my life suffers. I'll be like forgetting to eat and shit when I'm in there. I don't really care about anything else. You know what I mean? For me, it's really just the music and my family. Like I'm there. You know what I mean? I'm there for them first and shit. But I don't have. You know what I mean? This is it.
Ain't no plan Bs.
Nah, everything that I do outside of music is to like regain my creative energy to go back into the booth with. You know what I mean? Like I'll be in the studio for like a week, and then I'll be like, damn, I gotta go live life. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I have some shit to write about.
You gotta live like a block schedule, and that's really how it is being an artist.
Yeah.
That's decent. You have a unique sound. Like, how would you describe your sound?
Pittsburgh. Yeah. Only because that's what people tell me though. But you know what I mean? I go on some trap shit. I do some like laid back, melodic trap music, but then I also make like dance music too. So I'd say my music is just like a healthy blend of like a healthy blend of all of my influences and what's happening in music right now though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever had any fear that people wouldn't respond to your music the way you want them to?
I think every artist has that fear, because that's just, I mean, it really comes down to like how good of a songwriter are you? How good is your engineer that you're fucking with? What's the skill set of your producers, you know what I mean? Like, they talk about artists being perfectionists all the time because there's so many layers that need to be put together correctly. To like have a product that people are gonna receive well, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to do this shit for a living. Like, I don't really have a plan B. Like, so obviously, I want people to like what I'm creating.
Right.
I wouldn't say scared is the right word though. It's kind of like how I said in the other question. It's trial and error. You know what I mean? I don't get discouraged. If someone doesn't like something, I just get back to it.
Right. That's how you do it.
That's really it.
So, a while back, I saw that you were playing the piano. Do you play like a lot of your instruments?
I work on a lot of the production side of things. Like when a producer will send me a beat, I'll take it to the studio and we'll take out a certain drum or add a piano or add a bass line or take out a hi. You know what I mean? So I'm involved with the production. But in terms of me, like as a musician, I know the guitar and I know enough of the piano to manipulate it on the production side of things, but I'm not like a composer or like classically trained or anything. I just did some research.
Okay. Modern day. So, you being an artist, how do you feel about what's going on with Meek Mill today? Being an artist that's coming from this part of town, how do you feel about
it's sad, man. It's sad, bro. You know, he's like living in Philly. I've been here for like 2.5 years, so I got to understand the culture here, and I've been sort of like my management is Philly. You know what I mean? From one's from Overbrook, one's from 18th and Cumberland and shit. So to see how Meek has affected the city in such a positive manner, obviously, it's fucked up that someone with that type of influence is behind bars. I can't imagine being 30 years old and having to ask somebody to leave the city and shit. I get it, you know what I mean?
Right. Sometimes
I wish he would have done it, just,
right.
you know what I mean?
Right.
But you know,
Cool.
I've seen the circumstances firsthand that he was able to rise above. So to see somebody like, to see that caliber of a human being behind bars is, that shit, that's fucked up, you know?
Yeah, it's not cool. So what is your definition of culture?
My definition of culture, what culture? Hip-hop culture or culture in general?
Culture in general. Culture that matters to you.
Okay, well, I guess, you know, that's definitely music. So culture to me is like the foundation of where the person comes from and what they're representing in their music. You know what I'm saying? Right. So there is no music without culture, or else it would be hollow. You know what I mean?
Right.
So culture is really just the atmosphere that you're a part of and that you create and manipulate through music, through advertising, through, you know, blogs. Right. But you're a part of the culture and you're affecting the culture right. simultaneously.
Right.
So, and that's what artists, that culture that comes from everybody's outlets is what ultimately defines the art that an artist creates. So that's what culture is for me.
That's it. We have a Goldsmith. Can you tell everybody where to find you?
Yeah, I'm on everything is /ReallyGoldsmith. So Twitter.com/ReallyGoldsmith, Instagram.com/ReallyGoldsmith, Facebook, YouTube, it's all Really Goldsmith. REALLY Goldsmith. I'm also on SoundCloud. I'm on Spotify. I'm on all the major streaming services. We have 2 records out right now that are on the major streaming services and 1 remix that we couldn't upload there. So just, you know, peek the YouTube.
Be on the lookout.
Yeah. Save my shit to your phone. Take your friend's phone when they go to the bathroom. You know what I mean? Search Goldsmith and save it to their phone.
I remember his face.
We're about the guerrilla marketing here at Good Money. Good Money is the greater movement also. That's like what the collective is. It's Good Money. Yeah.
That's a wrap. Cut. Appreciate you, bro.
For sure. Appreciate you, man.